We're back, Gooms Podcast, episode 11. This is going to be. We're here with the boy, Akhmed Yakoob.
I'm mad excited about this one.
Yeah, no. This one's been cooking for a hot minute. So, yeah, do you want to introduce yourself a little bit?
I think they all know me now, don't they?
Yeah, of course they do, man.
Let me do the introduction, man.
You do it, man.
Mr. Yakoob, big G, top G shit, yeah? Started off client, now I would like to think of you as my friend, our friend.
Yeah, I was going to say, that relationship.
You know what it is, boys? I actually speak about you quite a lot to people. I said, you know what,
Good
the lads,
things.
good things,
Yeah.
always good things, man. If it's bad, I wouldn't tell you.
Yeah.
It's good, man. So I actually speak about it and I said, you know, them kids are going to go far. And I was speaking to our friend in Worcester that day, and I said, you know what, thank you for making the introduction. They're good kids, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Thank
that,
you
man.
for that.
Yeah.
To come from a big G as two medium Gs at the minute. Now, how would you describe it?
See, it's a bit technical. But yeah, medium G, yeah.
On the way to big G, top G.
Getting there, isn't it?
Yeah.
You guys are young.
Yeah, man.
22, man. 21.
22, you guys are young,
I'm
man.
nearly 40, yeah. 40.
Shut up. I'm only 34. Come on, man.
Listen, every other person that's got you on the podcast is Mr. Yakoob, serious, this, that, whatever. I'm here to have a bit of a laugh, to be honest.
Of course, you know, you have to have a bit of a laugh.
Different side to Aki.
Life, yeah, you know what it is. I always like looking at the funny side of life.
Yeah.
And sometimes, you know, you have to let yourself go and you have to have a laugh and a joke. There's no harm in it, is there? As long as you're not having a laugh and joke about some other person.
Yeah.
Between ourselves, to say
No, I feel like when you're having a good time in whatever it is that you're doing, you're probably more efficient anyway.
Of
you're
course,
more
man.
effective.
Yeah.
If you're waking up and you're sad and you're moody and you're grumpy, you're not going to be anywhere near as efficient as you want
Of
to
course,
be.
you've got to be happy. First
Exactly.
of all, waking up. When you wake up, you have to thank the Lord that He has blessed you with another day.
Yeah.
Secondly, you have to have the mindset that where am I going today? What am I going to achieve today?
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of people I speak to on the phone. Then what are you doing? I'm just in bed. Okay, what time did you get up? I've been up for about half an hour. So what are you still doing in bed then?
Yeah.
Don't tell me you're that type of guy, man. Don't tell me.
What do you mean, bro?
Neither of us are. I can't even lie.
We're up before you, bro.
You
2-3
are.
hours on the clock.
What time do you get up in the
You are
morning?
5.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
I get up at 6. You get up at 6:15, innit?
Yeah.
I'll be in the gym for 6.
Yeah, no,
I'm
I'm
in the gym for 7. It's just how my daily routine goes. Do you know, I love getting up early, but I think, like, everybody's like, oh, you have to get up early to be a grinder and stuff like that. The way that I look at it, as long as you're up and you're productive within those hours that you're awake, it doesn't really matter too much.
Some people say that they don't have enough time to do things. What I say to them is that everyone has the same 24 hours and you have to make it count. You have to make every day count. You have to make every second count. You got to make every minute count. You got to make it count. I mean, like I said, when I get up, straight away I'm on the phone, check my emails, check my messages. I do check them. Sometimes I don't reply to them.
Yeah, sometimes Aki's a hard man to get a hold of, man.
I am.
can talk from
These guys
personal
know as well.
experience.
Leaving me on red, man.
I know.
Oh, you get leave on red? Oh, you never leave me on
I
red.
can't
Yeah.
even.
I don't leave it. I don't think
don't,
I'll
you
leave
don't,
you
you
two on red. There are people that are probably watching. I'm sorry, I do leave people on red. But you know what it is? Sometimes that's one thing that is called procrastinating. Procrastinating is a tool of the devil. Yeah, look at it. I'll reply later,
You forget.
Yeah.
and you forget.
Yeah,
and then
I'm bad for that.
you're bad. Like now, I've just received a message saying you forgot to call me or you forgot to reply to my message. Literally now, whilst
Yeah.
talking about it.
Yeah.
So you forget, and that thing is undone. Then you haven't done that. So when you got something to do, just do it on the spot.
Yeah.
Don't procrastinate.
Yeah,
Procrastinate and laziness is two different things, really. And laziness when you don't feel like doing anything. Procrastinating, saying, "Yeah, I'll do it later." It's in the back of my mind. I'll do it.
My dad always says that to me when I used to work with him. It would be, he'd always ask me to do something. I'd be like, nah, man, I'll do it later. And I'd forget. And my dad would
You
lose
do
his shit. He'd be
forget.
like, he'd say, "You forgetful, man. You forgetful." And I'd get it in the neck.
But not. But
I'm forgetful though, but I've started. What I do now is that I set up my calendar as a to-do list, and until I've done it, I can't tick it off. So I've got, and things are prioritized in order of timings and stuff like that. So that way, it's. But I know I've got to do this, and I've pressed remind me in 1 hour when it comes up on my laptop or on my phone or whatever. And in that hour, I'm not pressing complete until I've done it. So it's like it has to be done. Otherwise, I do forget. I do forget, and I don't get shit done.
We're not computers.
Yeah.
We're humans, so it's human nature. We do forget. I think what you do is a different. Everyone's got their methods, and my method is.
Yeah.
I've got, I think, a lot of storage capacity in my brain.
I get that from you though. Like the photographic memory, like the kids at school that were like that. From what I get from you, like when we're doing our content together, and if we put a script in front of you or an idea for a video, we don't need to tell you more than once.
Yeah.
And you just know.
Yeah, no, to be fair, now you put it like that. You are good at that.
I am good at some stuff, you know.
You're good at a lot of stuff, Big G shit. Come on, man.
What's something that no one would think that you're good at? Like, what's that one thing? Just like a hidden talent, something that no one knows. There's got to be something, man.
No, I thought of something, but it's inappropriate, so I'm going to keep it to myself.
I exercise my right to remain silent on that one.
Wow.
Okay,
cool.
Fair enough.
Why
We'll hold that one for the future. As well, one thing that we didn't actually get into for people that don't know, I'm sure a lot of them do, but for the people that don't know, what do you actually do as well? What's your day today?
When I get up in the morning.
No, just like what's
when I get up in the morning, the devil says, "Shit, he's up." That's what I do. No, I'm not joking. But my day-to-day job is a criminal defense lawyer. I've been doing this for the last 10 years now. Well, no, sorry. 9 years and a bit.
Coming up to a decade, man. Wow.
Almost a decade, man. Give my age away. But I've had this firm, Morris Andrews Solicitors, for almost 6 years now. It just feels like, it's just flown though. It's flown away, man. That's what I say. People need to make the most of the time because it's just going to go. Yeah. And sooner or later, you're going to think, what have I done with my life? But it's too late. You won't have the energy anymore to do anything.
I think that's why me and Chris are kind of going so hard now.
That's why I rate you guys. You know, your hustle. When I was your age, I was studying, but I never had that, that savage mindset.
Go get it.
Go get it. Yeah. I did in my head. I knew I wanted to do something, and I want to do it big, but I couldn't really work out what and how I'm going to do it.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that though, because ours, it's just it's part of your individual story and your path, and it's like ours just found us a little bit earlier. Just know what I'm saying? It's like
which is good though.
I'll look at people that are like a year, 2 years older than me, but obviously when they're in my position, they would have been 10 times further ahead. But it's like, I come to the realization that that's just their story and that's just the position they're going to be in at that time.
Everyone's
good things are going to come your way.
Good things will always come your way, man.
Especially if you're putting good out. If you wake up every day with a clean mind and you're going to try and you're going to work hard, and you've got a pure heart and a pure mind, whatever you put yourself towards, whatever you dedicate yourself towards, it's always going to come back. Life will repay you.
Because the Lord's watching you, and the Lord will repay your hard work. Hard work puts you where good luck can find you.
Yeah.
A lot of people call me lucky. I'm not lucky, I'm blessed, first of all. And I work very hard.
You fucking earn that luck.
Exactly. That's what this goes back to my thing. And hard work puts you where good luck can find you.
You're not spinning a ball on a roulette wheel or whatever. Do you know what I mean? You wake up every single day and you work hard at your craft. So naturally, the way the world works is that opportunities are going to come to you.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's not luck. You earn luck. You earn your luck. 1,000,000%. I agree with that.
Thank you.
So
I appreciate that.
Can we talk about the fit today, Aki, then? What's going on?
To be fair, I gave you a compliment as soon as I strolled into the office.
You like my jacket, don't you?
Yeah. No, you just look cool.
I look cool.
It's a different Aki. Usually it's like it's the suit.
I'm getting Asian tape vibes. That's what I'm getting.
Do you know what it is? You're a funny guy. You know what it is? I thought let's make a little switch up to let's change. Yeah. So I pulled my jacket out. This is from Burton. £18 I paid for this. But again, it looked like an expensive jacket.
You make it look like 1,800.
1,800, there you go. So it's what you wear. I went into Burton to buy a shirt and I like this jacket. And I bought it. And I bought the shirt from there as well, to be fair. Looks like an LV shirt, but it's not. It is what it is, isn't it? I make it look good, don't I?
Yeah, 100%.
One thing that I used to do is I just used to spend a shit ton on clothes, man, for no reason at all. It's such a waste of money.
The biggest waste of money is clothes.
It's like, who are you trying to impress?
Just go get an horse instead, bro.
Exactly. I'll come on to that. But look, what you just mentioned is what I try to instill inside my kids. Clothes, biggest waste of money. Biggest waste of money, I would say, because what are you doing it for?
They don't even make you happy like that.
They don't make you happy. You're simply doing it to impress other people.
Do you know what it is though? I think clothes are crucial in the sense of when I walk in for the first time, I want to look suave. I want people to think you know what? He dresses well, so he's got a clean mind. He looks clean. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I'm saying? You get
be presentable, but it doesn't mean they have to be expensive.
It doesn't have to be a
I hear what you're
$2.5K jacket. It can be. This is £15 from ASOS.
There you
Don't look
go.
like it though, does it?
Looks nice.
Do you know what I mean?
Pull it off.
But the
It's
way
good,
that
man.
you,
I'm gonna get one of them. Where's it from?
I'll get you one.
Hey, so get me one next
get
time,
you one.
please.
The way that you present yourself for me, I think is so important. And my first impression of someone, the way they present themselves to me, if I see them, is it's not right, but there's a judgment.
Of course, there's
If
a
I
judgment.
see you and you look like a scruff, naturally, I'm not going to think too highly of you. Do you know what I mean?
That's how the world works, man. But it's not about money. It's not about how much you're gonna spend on a jacket.
No.
It's, look, like I said, £18, £12. Okay, the jeans are Hugo Boss. I don't know how much they cost. The shoes are okay.
We get the point, though.
You know what I'm saying, though, exactly.
100%.
I instill this inside my kids quite a lot, you know.
Yeah.
When my son said to me, I want a Stone Island jacket, I go, so what's that going to do for you? What are you going to achieve? Is it going to make you a better boxer? No. But my friends have got one. I go, so? My friends have got one. I don't have one. No, I've seen broke people with expensive clothes, man.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of broke people wearing expensive clothes, and I'll be like...
More often than not, it is the brokies, though, that are trying their hardest to not look broke.
Yeah, but why though? I don't get it, bro. I'm
pretty sure I think it probably comes from a place of like insecurity and like just trying to portray a lifestyle that they don't actually have.
Yeah. It's mainly the broke drug dealers. They do that.
The more people that I meet that actually have wealth are the most subtly dressed people. They're going to stick with a nice tee, it's going to be fit nicely, a nice little polo.
Nice,
it's going to come off nice and presentable, but it's not going to be an £800 polo. It might be 50.
Exactly.
But the way that they present themselves and put it, they don't need to go and spend that money on clothes for what? They know within themselves they've got 100 M's in the bank. They don't need everyone else to know it. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. I was at a charity event this weekend gone. And for Turkey and Syria, for the earthquake victims. So a couple of my friends, they've acquired land in Syria. They're building houses there. Guess how much a house costs to make?
I can't imagine it being a lot, somewhere there.
£2,000.
Wow.
I've seen people fucking wearing jackets for £2,000. Sorry, I just swore, but...
No, it's okay. No,
sometimes I do get annoyed.
Yeah.
You know? Because I've been looking at people and thinking, that could have bought someone a house.
Yeah.
You know, that could feed someone, a whole family for a month. Okay, you earn money, spend it, you can spend it, but, spend it wisely.
Yeah.
Because you don't... The thing is, it can even go like this as well.
Yeah,
something could happen in your life.
I would say that's one thing that my dad says to me. He's like, it's hard to earn it, but easy to spend it. And that's so true, man. You can piss money away like that.
It's easy to spend money, man. And everybody spend money. Everybody.
Well,
some people are too tight, though.
It's quite fun, though, isn't it?
It is fun spending money, but some people are so tight, they don't do it. They don't do it.
Yeah.
I've been in restaurants with people, and, when they know the bill's on the way,
Goes
they
to
just
the
go to the
toilet.
toilet. Yeah.
Oh, that's one of the worst things, man.
And I'd be
That's
like,
what H
come.
does.
Nah, fuck
H,
off.
come on, bro.
I took him out for food on Sunday,
joking.
man.
Why? Tell them why. Tell them why. Exactly.
Because he paid for it?
Exactly.
He didn't pay for
Tell
it.
them why. Aki, would I lie to you, bro?
Nah, you would have lied
There's
to
a
me.
reason why.
He would have lied to me.
Would I lie to you? Why would I ever go to a toilet if the bill's coming out? No, right, listen, I'm not letting them make me out to be like this on the pod.
I'm joking.
Can't believe that violation, bro.
Sorry, man. Sorry, bro.
That's cool. Don't worry. I know where we stand now. Just remember, there's going to be a bit of a delay for your content this month.
No.
He does them as well.
Actually, talking of your content, I want to know, what's it like? Obviously, you're the best in the UK, right?
Best in the UK.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Tell him again.
Alhamdulillah.
But you're not just the best in the UK when it comes down to, in my opinion, your actual work. For actually building a presence outside of your work, for me, I don't think there's anybody else. Well, I haven't seen anybody else. And this isn't just because we are Aki's media team, but I haven't seen anybody else do what you do. And you were doing it before us.
Yeah.
And you'll probably be doing it long after us as well. So what made you start thinking, I'm going to get in front of the camera, I'm going to talk, I want to be a personality as well as Akhmed Yakoob, the lawyer?
A good brother of mine, there's two stories I want to tell. A good brother of mine, his name's Abdul Halim, who works next door. He said to me, I don't know, he's one of the main sort of inspiration for me. He said to me, he goes, you know how Muhammad Ali was bigger than boxing? He goes, you're not just a lawyer, bro. The way you talk, the way you act, the way you present yourself, you're not just a lawyer. Exactly what you just said. You're not Akhmed Yakoob, just a lawyer. You're a personality. Bring that out. I'm telling you, you are bigger than law. And that's when I actually put my foot on the gas. Another story, I used to see a lot of people on TikTok and Instagram and, doing clowning stuff. With that clowning stuff, and they were gaining followers and popularity. And
Probably
I said,
came across some of my TikToks.
I seen your one and I seen your one. They're good. They're both good. They're both good. That one. I seen that one. And your one with the hairy balls. I've seen that.
With the what?
With the hairy thing you got here on.
Donald Trump.
Yeah, Donald Trump. Yeah.
Man goes hairy balls.
Yeah, so basically, I see a lot of people just clowning and gaining followers and popularity, and I said, look, I can do the same thing but talk a bit of sense.
Yeah.
And I could do it. I didn't have to clown.
Well, people actually gain value from your content.
Of course, man. I know I talk sense.
Yeah.
And there are people that sometimes they say all sorts of stuff, but let them say it. They're the haters, innit?
I said we've actually got one hater at the moment. His name's Matt. He comments on all of our stuff on Instagram, YouTube.
I've got one. I forgot his name. I don't want to even mention the name. You know why? Because it's gonna give that guy importance.
Yeah.
You've just given Matt importance.
No, I don't look at it like. I just think it's funny, man. I don't really care too much, to be honest with you.
Yeah. No, you shouldn't care. But it's
I thought it was quite cool, to be fair.
Yeah.
I was like, we've got our first hater,
yeah.
man. That means we're doing something right. Do you know what I mean?
if you don't have haters, exactly, you ain't doing something right. People ain't talking behind your back. People are only talking behind your back because they are behind you. What's worse than being spoken about is to not be spoken about. So if you're being spoken about, you're doing something right.
Yeah.
You're doing something right. I was speaking to Hassan when I walked in, and he said...
Who's Hassan?
Hassan works for me, he's my apprentice. And he said, I was in the gym yesterday in the sauna, and a topic come up about law. There are people who were there, didn't know I was sitting there, didn't know I work for you. So they start talking and they said, my man's a gimmick. And Hassan said, by the way, I work for that guy. And it's not a gimmick. If it was a gimmick, you wouldn't be speaking about him. You're speaking about him. 4 of you are speaking about the guy. Who's speaking about you?
Yeah. Yeah, and you're speaking. They're speaking about the guy that you have no clue who they are, what they do, etc.
Exactly.
And they're in their sauna in their spare time talking about Big G, Top G.
Talk about me. So alhamdulillah, it's a good thing. And then he turned around and said, nobody's going to go buy a Lamborghini with just gimmicking. It costs money. It costs £250,000, you know what I mean? Yeah. And nobody's
Did you buy it brand new, the Lambo?
Now it was like a couple of months old when I bought it. I did 2 years now.
What was it like, that feeling? Obviously, I want a fucking Lambo, man.
Of course.
What was it like when you went and got it?
You're going to get a few Lambos.
I know I will. All in good time, but I want to
waiting for that test drive that you probably...
To be fair, at 1 million subs, you said that you're going to buy us both a Lambo.
Just say Lambo. Nah,
Yeah, you did. I got it on video.
I'm a man of my word, you know. I'm a man of my word.
Listen, get us to 1 million subscribers, man. Get Aki's account to 1 million subscribers first so we can get the Lambo.
Unsubscribe to the Gooms Podcast. Go subscribe to Aki.
No, but like I said, if I did say that, I will come.
Nah, you
Good.
didn't.
No, I actually believe you, though.
You didn't say that.
I do believe
I did say that. Okay, that's
You
what I
didn't.
said. If I never said that, I never said that.
You seem trying to get...
I know
I
exactly what I
weren't
said.
trying to do that to you, man.
Listen, I know things that I've said or heard 10 years ago. Like clearly, the other day, I said I keep mentioning Hassan. I don't know why he keeps coming up. I said, Hassan, I gave you them papers. He goes, no, you didn't. I go, I remember stuff I did at university. I remember stuff I did at school, primary school even. I know I gave you them papers. Guess what? He checked his desk and they were there.
Yeah.
So
Shout out Hassan, man, for forgetting everything.
yes, Hassan.
What's obviously one thing that we said before the pod, I wanted you to drop like a story on us, man. A case, something that's gone on that has never been said on the pod before, something that you haven't spoken about.
I haven't spoken about a most recent case. Actually did a YouTube video with you guys about it. I'm going to speak about it now.
Yeah.
Listen, go check. I'm going to put a link to Aki's YouTube account in the description. Any more information and videos that you want to see about him will be there.
Yeah, subscribe, man. Stop being stingy. Press the button.
It doesn't cost anything.
Doesn't cost anything. And to be fair, honestly, I'm not doing this for the money. You know, I actually want to educate people. I actually want to. I've got enough money as it is. Alhamdulillah, with the help of Allah. What was your question?
There's the story.
The story.
Story. That's sidetrack. See.
I thought you remembered everything.
I turned into a goldfish for a minute. So there's a case, conspiracy to murder, and I was speaking about this last night. You know, I talk all the time, and there's a conspiracy to murder case, Manchester Crown Court. When initially there was about 11 people arrested, it was called Operation Chicago.
Well, that was the name of the case.
Why?
That's cool as fuck.
Why Operation Chicago?
I think they were going on too ruthless. They were going on too ruthless. I think that kind of stuff probably happens in Chicago. I don't know.
Like some Chi-Town bad boys.
Yeah, Chi-Town bad boys. So I went down. I wasn't representing this client at the time. This client I'm talking about, I wasn't representing. I was representing somebody else who hadn't been charged for the conspiracy to murder, but had been charged with, they found a gun outside his house and some money in his house and expensive clothes. Like I said, the broke people wear the expensive clothes, don't they? And all of that stuff. So they arrested him. I went to court. Out of 11 people, only one person got bail that day. That was that guy. He got bail. He starts singing my praises all over his area. Next minute, I get a phone call. The office gets a phone call from my clients, that murder clients, conspiracy to murder client, his brother. And the case was this. This guy was at home. A few lads have forced entry into his house, and he's sleeping. Don't forget, he's sleeping at this moment of time.
Family home as well, yeah.
Family home. The guy's sleeping. He gets woken up to this, and the lads, whoever they were, wasn't my client. They pulled him out of bed. They assaulted him very bad. He ran. They ran after him. They caught up with him just outside his house. They assaulted him badly. Then they pulled out a chainsaw. And they chainsawed this guy. The guy stopped breathing for about 6 minutes, I think it was.
Obviously, I've actually been editing this video, and this is the one that drops tomorrow. It would have already dropped by the time this video comes out, this podcast. But where did they actually do the chainsaw? That's one thing I was wondering whilst I was editing it. Yeah, where did they cut him?
Thighs.
It was more than one place?
A few times, and so they were just doing. They wanted to kill him. Whoever these people were, they wanted to kill this guy.
They wanted him to feel it as well.
They wanted him to feel it, man. They must have had something against him really badly, because if you know, I could just stab him in the heart, he'll die in a couple of minutes. You know,
yeah,
all over. But they wanted him to feel it. Anyway, my client gets arrested for this. He's protesting his innocence now to his legal team. His legal team turns around and says,
the legal team,
not me at the time.
Yeah.
Legal team turns around and says, there are a lot of innocent people who are in prison. He was shocked. Anyway, by that time, his family's got hold of me. I've gone to see him. And he said, look, I've not done anything. But they wasn't even letting me put my defense forward at court. Which is a cheap move, really, from the defense team. Because I genuinely think they wanted him to be charged so they can make some money. Which is bad.
Yeah, because you're playing with someone's life.
Yeah, and you're making money from someone else's misfortune. You know, it's ridiculous, I would say. So I've now jumped on this case, and he said, by that time now, there's a first hearing in the Crown Court that had gone. So all we had to do is wait for the trial. The trial filed this January. And he said, I want to make an application to dismiss because I wasn't there. I said, they're not saying you were there. They're saying you planned it. Because the victim is saying you were there. I was there. I said, the victim is saying you was there. You're right there.
So the victim that was assaulted really badly, even chainsawed, etc., still had recollection of your client.
There you go. Exactly, there you go. That was my argument. That was my argument. You're learning. I think I need to employ you. That was my argument.
The future lawyer.
Yeah, the future top G. So then I said to him, that, look, I can't make an application to dismiss, because you can't make an application to dismiss in the United Kingdom after the first hearing has passed, after you have been arraigned. Arraigned means either pleading guilty or not guilty. So at that time, he had pleaded not guilty. So therefore, the application to dismiss is gone now. You can't do it. You can't do the application to dismiss. So I said, I'll get you out at trial. He was stressing. Of course, he's going to be stressing. He's looking at life imprisonment.
Yeah. Is that what it was? Life? Yeah.
We've got 25 years, isn't it? That's what the code he's got. And during the trial now, back and forth with the prosecution. So they attributing a certain phone number to this client now. And he's saying, this is not my phone number. This is not my phone number. And I said, whose is it then? Because that phone number was at the scene of the crime when it happened, or in the vicinity.
Right.
He said, it's my brother's number. I said, that's fine. That's fine. They didn't charge you, brother. If your brother was at the scene or if your brother was around the scene, he hasn't done anything wrong. Regardless if he has done something wrong, that's not for us to judge. My job is to get you out of here. You know?
Yeah.
Sometimes they make mistakes. They charge the wrong people. This sometimes, when I say there's a defense for every offense, that people say you're going to represent rapists, you're going to represent sexual assault people, you're going to do this, you're going to do this. Sometimes people have been wrongly charged. The police have made mistakes. The police can make, they're not God. You know, they can make mistakes, and you can't take whatever the prosecution of the police say as gospel. That's why you have defense lawyers.
Yeah.
The defense lawyers can exploit the mistakes
Yeah,
of the prosecution.
like defense lawyers naturally are stereotyped.
Sort of never looked at it like that.
People don't look at it. The general public don't look at it like that. They look at it, yeah, you've been charged and you're guilty. And no, you're not guilty if you've been charged. No.
Yeah, no, the criminal defense lawyers naturally have the stereotype of you're just trying to get somebody off that's guilty and you're quite good at it. Do you know what I mean? But like you said, that's not always the case.
Imagine there were no defense lawyers. What would happen?
And as soon as you got arrested, just straight to prison.
Imagine that.
Imagine
that. Imagine just...
Yeah.
So then the phone number, we managed to exclude the phone number. Once the phone number was gone, I knew the guy's coming home.
Yeah.
So we didn't have to wait for the jury verdict. The judge directed the jury at halftime, because there's two halves to a trial. The first half is the prosecution half, and the second half is the defense half.
I think I actually remember, because we were meant to see you the day after.
Yes.
And you called me and you said, look, listen, something's come up and I need to go to court. I need to be there.
Yes. That was Manchester Crown Court. And I said, I'm going to make a video about you as well.
Yeah, that's when we made the video, straight away.
So I got him out halftime because of the identity. I go, you can't take the victim's identity as true, because, like you just said earlier, he's just been chainsawed, man.
Yeah.
You know, his head's going to be all over. He died for 6 minutes, so...
So fucking nuts.
I know, it's bad. Unfortunate.
Yeah.
It's bad. But they wanted to kill him. Then what happened is, he was sent home at halftime. Big result, man. Very big result.
What's that feeling like when you save somebody's life from prison, bro? What's that feeling like when somebody's mom's on the phone and they're saying, thank you, you kept my son out of prison, or someone's
and they
wife,
give me
or
prayers and
kids,
blessings.
What does that feel like, bro?
Amazing. You know when your hair just...
Stand up.
Yeah.
You're trying to put them up.
Like that. No, I'm generally, like you were just saying it, and I just had a thought in my head, and they did. I can't describe it. It's the best feeling ever.
Is it addictive?
Addictive. That not guilty plea. It's like, that's dopamine.
Yeah.
That's dopamine, man. That's
when you go to court and there's an ongoing case, is it like when you see it on like films and in series and stuff, exactly the same?
Yeah.
Bro, Asian Proctor's right here, bro. What do you mean, man?
Yeah, man. Proctor's dead.
Oh, wait.
Aki's still here though, man.
Aki's still here. The feeling actually is indescribable. I can't describe the feeling, but I would not change it for anything. The first time it ever happened to me, I was like, not guilty. I was buzzing. I was phoning people. I've just got my first not guilty plea. You know, in the Crown Court, a serious Section 18 case. And
was that like your first case? Wait, was your first case? Wait, how long was it until you got your first win? Actually, how many cases?
Probably about a year into my practice.
So how many cases is that, roughly?
Probably about 10 or 15 cases.
10 or 15.
Yeah.
So is the process of when you start to get results? So you say you've done 10 to 15 cases, and then you've got that first one.
Yeah.
And then you get that kick, that dopamine rush, that feeling.
Yeah.
Is that then what kicks you on to, I need to get this back again?
after that, I never look back, man. It's just that, you know, when you just want that not guilty plea and nothing else matters. That's what it was like. The feeling was like that, man. And it's indescribable. That's why when people say to me, why do you do criminal law? The main purpose is to help people. And when you get that not guilty plea, man, it's amazing. Because there's a lot of innocent people who are just there for no reason. Eleanor Williams, don't know if you read the story. I made a video about it. Eleanor Williams is a lady. I don't know how old she is. She's a woman. And she made false accusations against...
I saw it.
Oh, and she got sent to prison, didn't she?
For sex charges. She claimed these men, 3 different people, 3 different, not linked. Them 3 people were not linked. She claimed that they raped her. Claimed
that woman deserves to go to jail, though, for the same sentences that she's trying to put these men in for. Though.
Exactly. The men would have got 15 years.
Yeah, that's horrible.
She got 8 years.
Oh, wow, okay.
She got 8 years. And look, that's a classic example. And 3 innocent men were going to go to jail. They were on the verge of committing suicide. They had rapists and groomers written on their wall.
Yeah. No one's going to ever look at you the same.
Yeah, no, I was just
family,
gonna
your
say.
friends,
Of course.
work colleagues.
Because people automatically think people are guilty if they've been arrested or if they've been charged. I don't know where they get it from, but I can give people a chance, man. Look here, if that didn't come out, people would have automatically think that them people, they probably would have got found guilty, to be fair, in court. Because when there's a woman there crying and the jury are watching her crying,
Yeah, they empathise with the woman.
exactly. They sympathize with it, and they will say, whatever she says, they will believe it. I know, I've been there in those positions before, and it's quite sad, really. It's quite sad.
Of course it is.
And this should be a classic example. I keep saying the same thing again and again, and then that article popped up one day. I knew about it, but it was reported after that, and I was like, oh, there you go. That rests my case. There are innocent people who do get charged, and there are innocent people who spend time on remand, because these 3 men were on remand as well. Yeah. So they wasted over 6 months of their lives for free. I don't think they're going to get compensated for that. They won't.
It's just something
And another thing is, they're going to have to live with that for the rest of their life.
Yeah, and that's going to affect them forever.
And
even though they're found innocent.
still associated with them as well, yeah.
Exactly. Imagine that.
Is there a case, right, complete change of topic, but I just thought of this whilst you were talking. Is there a case that you didn't win that you think like so strongly that you should have?
Yeah. There's one.
Talk to me, man.
And again, it's a sex case. It's a grooming case. 2 victims in the case. 2 victims in the case.
When you say victims, do you mean the
2
people
girls.
you're defending? Oh,
No,
okay, right.
2 girls.
Yeah.
2 victims. Defendant is who I defend, of course. And my client was accused of grooming these 2 girls. And their stories were similar. It's like they sat together and made this...
Like they conspired against him?
Yeah, it's like they sat together and made this allegation. It's like, I'm not going to beat around the bush. It's like somebody sat with them and made them write it.
Yeah. That's the way it came across.
Read between the lines. I'm not going to say who sat with them. So he was charged. He went to court. When the dates come out and everything come out, the paperwork, I went to see my client. And he started laughing. He goes, I'm going to walk out. What are you saying that for? It's a bit too soon. I know I'm your lawyer. And is that what you're saying? Because I'm your lawyer. He goes, no. Because one of those dates, I wasn't even in the country. I was in Pakistan. And I was only 16 at that time myself. So there's the grooming coming to it. I said, okay, can you prove that? He goes, yeah. I'll have my old passport at home, which I can give to you. My family will drop it off to you. And guess what? There'll be receipts in that little folder. I bought something from duty free at that time. Ages ago. So it was the offences were historic.
They brought it back.
So they brought it back. So just say we're in 2023 now. They're saying...
So it's a recent case?
No, the case actually happened in 2019.
Right, okay.
But just say, the case happened in 2019, but the offences dated back to like 2018 or something.
Right, okay.
Do you know what I mean? Historic. So they've all of a sudden popped up, you got groomed. If you got groomed, should have said it when you got groomed, isn't it? So one victim, we managed to prove that our client wasn't even in the country. He was out, he was in Pakistan with his family. He was a young kid at the time.
At the dates when she was
The
getting
dates when
groomed.
So the court said, the CPS said, they dropped that case, they dropped that one. That one victim's gone. The other victim. So obviously, my opinion was, if one's lying, the other one more than likely is lying as well, because the stories are so similar, and they both talk about some birthday that took place. That's why it was so relevant. One said it was a granddad's birthday. One said it was some cousin relative's birthday. That's why they know the dates, because it was significant. Do you get it? So somebody sat there and made them say or think of relevant dates around that period.
So the case is
stronger. Do you know what I mean? And again, he got found guilty, man. He got 11 years.
Wow.
Fucking hell. Got found guilty. 11 years.
And do you know this man on a personal level?
Nah, it was just a client. I know his family.
Right, okay.
Still going to be heartbreaking though.
So it is, man. It is.
What's that feeling like when someone gets found guilty in court and you have to see them get handcuffed and taken away? Is that how it works? They just get handcuffed straight away?
Well, they already be in the dock, don't they? So they just take him down.
Okay.
They take him down.
So what's that like?
Bad feeling. And
as in, like, you feel like guilt, obviously not like you feel guilty as if you've done something wrong. But
if criminal lawyers, we sort of become immune to, it's like a doctor operating on somebody.
A bit cold.
Yeah, you have to kill your conscience, basically, if you want to be a criminal lawyer.
You have to be effective and to be efficient and to be good at what you do.
Exactly.
You can't.
If a doctor's hand starts trembling when he's doing an operation every time, he's going to probably kill that person. You know what I mean? So that was a bad case that, I didn't like. I didn't like doing that case. But I did like doing the case because I thought he was going to get off, because he's genuinely innocent guy, but he's doing 11 years.
He saw the evidence and was like, yes, another W on my record.
Yeah, I thought that, and he thought that as well, and he was actually very happy when he seen the dates and everything come out, because he thought he was going home. I thought he was going home.
Yeah. Have you got do you keep track of your wins and your losses? Have you got a record of it or no?
No, I don't have a record.
What's your ratio?
I was just going to say, what do you reckon it looks like?
The high 90s, I would say.
What, you win?
In wins.
Fucking hell.
Not even lying.
Damn.
First of all,
If I ever get arrested, man, don't worry, I'm going to shout you.
You have to get arrested for, man.
I'm not going to get arrested, but I'm saying if something ever happens, I know who I'm shouting.
You never know. Sometimes you can be in the wrong place at the wrong time.
And you might not even be guilty and you get arrested, like what we just discussed.
Would you charge me?
No.
Would you actually not? Nah, we'd probably do content for free for we actually had this convo. Said to Chris, if something happened, we'd just do and we got arrested and we needed you to represent us, we'd just do your content for free, forever. We'd just make sure that you looked after, man.
Don't say that on cam, bro. What? Forever?
We can't afford to pay this man. We can't afford to pay him, man.
And a test drive and a Lambo. Or just give it me for a week.
We'll talk about that.
How much how much do you pay on the insurance on a Lambo? I'm so curious.
It's on a fleet policy, isn't it? So I've got a few cars on there. It's about,
okay.
It's not much.
Is it not much?
Oh, because we've got...
it's about 1,800 pounds, 2,000.
Yeah. I saw someone put in the story the other day. They got a McLaren.
Got a very good policy.
They had to pay 45,000, was it 47 grand to insure themselves on their McLaren.
Fucking hell, they should get rid of the car.
Don't make sense, innit?
It doesn't make sense, man. But it's about 2,000.
This guy's doted up though, anyway. So
I've got a good fleet policy. So I've got all the cars on there. Got the three Uruses on there. Got the G-Wagon on there.
You got 3 Uruses.
Oh, but this one.
Yeah. It makes sense to make everything so much cheaper.
So we've just put all the cars. So every time we add a car, we have to pay according to the value. Mine was just over £2,000.
Wait, what cars actually do you have? You've got the Urus, got the Ferrari.
Times 2. Urus times 2.
You got 2 Uruses.
Yeah.
The Ferrari.
Yeah.
S-Class.
It's gone.
Oh, that's gone.
That's
okay.
gone.
Obviously, because we were talking about the S-Class earlier.
Yeah.
What else do you have?
G-Wagon.
Okay.
Big G.
G-Wagon.
What else?
I got a Seat Leon.
Seat Leon. Yeah, sometimes you got to keep it humble, innit? 17
plate.
Tripped to Tesco's to get some munch.
No. When I don't want to know, when I don't want to be seen.
You're doing detective work. Have you ever done detective work for a case or anything?
Yeah, I've been to scene of crimes before. Yeah.
What'd you do? What's that like?
No, just say now. There was a case. It's a conspiracy to possess firearm with intent to endanger life. You guys made a YouTube video about it. Not far from here. So the client was trying to explain to me as to how the Grove or the cul-de-sac looks. I couldn't picture it, so we drove up there, and I took him with me. I said, "Okay, tell me what happened now." I've done that a few times. Yeah.
By the way, the story that Aki's going on about, the full videos on his YouTube channel as well.
Yeah, it is, and it's a good story. Look at it, because again, that client was innocent, and he was looking at a long sentence. I found not guilty. One out of 9 people.
Took your shit.
1 out of 9 people, you know. And guess what? Even yesterday I was talking about that. Let me just quickly show you something.
And there was the drug one that you said, right? When there was 2 partners, and the one got 20 years, and your client
200 kilos, man.
You know. What's that worth? What's street value? We did talk about it in the video, but I haven't started editing that one yet.
Street value of 200 kilos of, it was heroin, right?
Heroin. So you have to work it out on a kilo basis, don't you? So just say it was 220 kilos. So the prosecution will most likely say the kilos, because they break it down to street value, don't they? So if a kilo is costing about, I don't know how much a kilo costs these days. I don't know.
I haven't got a clue.
You know?
Nah.
Well, let me just call my heroin guy 1 minute.
No, don't call a heroin, guys.
He's taking the piss, man.
Your phone's going to be tapped.
You think I've got a heroin guy, bro? Come on, man. Big G shit, bro.
I know, but you never know. I'm joking. So just say, they're probably going to say 1 kilogram probably worth about 50 grand, just say, yeah? Hold on. So we're doing 220 times 5,000 times 50,000.
11 mil.
Fucking 11 million. Damn.
So they got caught.
That is nuts.
Well, they got caught with 11 million, but one person went down and one didn't, right?
Yeah.
And the one that didn't was represented
My
by
client?
you.
My client.
Big G
And
shit.
like, I remember opening my Insta and that video comes up. Your videos always come up like first for me. Obviously, I always engage with them. I want your content to do as well as possible, obviously.
You do.
But that video came up and I watched the whole thing start to finish. I was like, fucking hell.
Did you see when the client was sitting with me?
Yeah.
Yes, a client came in and
Everybody in the TikTok thought that the guy next to you
he was a barrister.
I originally thought he was the client as well. It wasn't made clear. That's probably why everybody stayed and that got like 1.5 million views.
I know that's got 1.6.
talking points
But
in the comments.
Then I made a follow-up video with the barrister again. I said, this guy's not a drug dealer, make sure. Because I didn't want him to walk in the street and somebody says, yo, you got something for me.
Yeah.
You got something for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
What are you saying, brother? Put me on. You know what I mean? So I found him and said, come into the office, man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I should have explained properly. So come and then I explained properly. I said, look,
That video did just as well. Well, not just as well, but it still did very well. Though, didn't it?
It's got about 500,000 views, I think. And then the third video, so I made 3 videos regarding that. The third video was actual client. He was actual client. He just got his passport back. He's going to Pakistan now. He's going to stay there. Look at that, though. Look at that. Very sad story. You know what happened to him? He was on bail, police bail, for so long. And he wanted to go to Pakistan. Why? Because his younger brother passed away. Instead of giving his passport back and saying, just go to Pakistan and come back, guess what they do? They remand him. So now his brother's passed away in Pakistan. And he's in prison for something he never done.
Wow.
He stayed there for 6 months. Now he's got his passport back last week. Actually, not last week. Monday he got his passport back. And he's going to Pakistan to see the grave.
That is a shame.
No. We sad for a minute.
I felt very sad for him. And when he was found not guilty, he actually hugged me and started crying, man. The waterworks.
You felt the emotion. You felt.
Don't know why he felt, man. And he made me cry, to be fair, almost. So don't cry, I'm joking. But yeah, I felt a bit emotional as well. I was thinking, you know what, this guy's been through a lot, man.
You just said that. What do you think about, obviously, there's like a certain message about like masculine men like shouldn't cry or they should. What do you actually think about stuff like that? Like being a masculine man and having those type of values?
Never show anybody your emotions. Yeah, that's one thing I would say. Never show it. If you're feeling upset or you're feeling sad or you're feeling down, no one should know about it apart from you and the Lord. Yeah. And secondly, you shouldn't, when you're feeling bad or when you're feeling emotional, sometimes people get depressed, distressed, whatever they are. Think about people. What's just happened in Turkey? What's just happened in Syria?
There's always someone that would trade
massive earthquake. We are so blessed. We live in UK. Even people who don't have jobs, you can go get job seekers allowance. There's so much opportunity. This is the land of opportunities. And you're sitting here and you're being depressed. And there's people out there that don't know where the next meal is going to come from. And they're smiling.
Yeah. When you put it that way and you look at it from an outsider's point of view, I understand your point.
I feel like,
but in terms of keeping it in with yourself, and obviously for the people that have a relationship with God as well. But I've been in a place before where I wasn't depressed, I didn't have anxiety, but just to hear someone's feedback on how I was feeling sometimes made me feel better.
I don't know.
I kind of agree with Chris as well. Like if I was feeling down about something, I'd go to my mom, I'd go to you, and I'd talk about it. But that's kind of it. Like,
I've never spoken to anyone about how I feel.
But
I don't think to us, bro.
I think I've got 2 people now.
I don't think it makes you. I don't think it makes you weak though, because
It doesn't make you weak.
if you came to me though on a real, if you came to me and you said this and this has happened, me and my missus had an argument, or my kid did this and it's made me feel this type of way, or this case is really stressing me out, I wouldn't think any less of you as a man. I'd think he's going through some shit.
Yeah.
How can I make him think the way that you just said? Look, listen, there's people that are in a lot worse position than you. Look what you got. Look at the blessings you've got. Blah blah blah. Get your fucking chin up and let's go.
Yeah, but
sometimes it's that as opposed to, oh, are you okay? And the sob story type shit. Do you know what I mean?
With me, I turn to God, man. If I feel any
You
sort
think
of
that
way,
helps you though?
Of course, man. That's what's got me this far. I just turn to God. I don't know what people do, but I don't know, man. It's a touchy subject, but the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, yeah. The Quran was revealed to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and at one point, do you know the story about the Quran being revealed?
No.
You don't know the story. You know how the Quran was revealed?
No.
Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to go into a cave, and it used to be read out to him from the angel Jibreel. It used to be read out to him, and he used to memorize it, and then he used to go and write it.
Oh wow!
Or read it to someone. At one point, he stopped getting any revelations. A number of weeks, I don't want to quote it wrong, but a number of weeks or a number of months could be, went by with no revelation. And he started thinking to himself, is the Lord upset with me? He got into a bit of an upset sort of zone. I wouldn't say depressed because I don't know. He got stressed out. And then a chapter was revealed. The chapter is called Duha. Surah Duha is called.
What does that mean?
I don't know what it means, but I've read it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've read it. And I've read it with English translation. And in that is a beautiful couple of lines. One of the lines is, even inside, deep down, in the deepest ocean in the world, there's a rock there. Under the rock, there's an insect there. I even provide for him. Why are you stressful? Why are you worried about your sustenance? I provide sustenance to all the world. So why are you worried for? That was revealed then. That chapter was revealed.
So do you when you're in a place where you're upset or you're stressed, do you think to that and
I think that
helps you?
I just keep praying, man. I pray quite a lot, I prayed just now.
Yeah, I was going to say every time when obviously we see it firsthand whenever
It's
we
actually
come on with
it's very refreshing, and me and H both come from religious backgrounds. We're both Greek Orthodox, and especially our older generations are quite very,
faith is
very
important,
religious.
and the faith is important, man.
Yeah, but to see that now, even like whenever we're here, sometimes if we've got a long shoot, you might go and take 2 prayer breaks, and like I look at you and I think this man has everything that he could possibly want, and he still goes back to the Lord to give thanks and to pray.
I wouldn't say that I pray, to be honest with you, too much, but like when I remember good things that are going on, I always remember just to give, like when I'm on my own and I remember things, that everything good that's happening in my life, I just remember to say thank you, to be honest with you. I probably should pray more.
You should pray, man. But sometimes I'll be sitting in a mosque, whichever mosque it may be, and I'll be thinking to myself, why me? Why has the Lord blessed me so much? Is it my mom and dad's prayers? Have I helped someone along the way? What have I done? Is it a charity?
I think in that, I know it's different, but similar to what we said before, where you create your own look. The way that you have been your whole life, the things that you stand for, praying all the time, etc. I don't think it's a coincidence that God has re-gifted you back with opportunities and blessings. I'm a firm believer, whatever you put out into this world, you will receive back.
You get back.
Whether that is spirits or whether that is God or whatever it is that people choose to believe in. I know that if I wake up every day and I've got a pure heart and I'm going to put out all the energy that I want to receive back, whether it's from God or whatever, I know that that's going to happen. And I think that's like for you.
Yeah.
You put your name and your life on the line to try and help innocent people.
Innocent people, exactly. I think that may be it, but I'm still looking for that answer. You know, it'll come to me one day.
One day it will come.
One day it'll come. One day it'll come.
I want to
because I'm a school dropout. You got kicked out of school in year 10, bro.
Why? What you do? You're a naughty kid.
We was referred to as the caveman crew.
You know, Sahir was telling me about this, you know.
Why?
Sahir was telling me about this. I know all about this.
We were
It's
wild.
not even new to me.
When did I miss out?
We were wild.
Oh, so I just said you were a good guy for all your life, but you were
I didn't know that you were part of it.
You was a caveman? Caveman crew. Can you tell me what it is then, or what?
I don't know what does that mean. That's what teachers used to call us. Cavemen are here.
No, obviously, I know what you guys used to do in it. Sahir told me.
Oh.
I didn't know that you were involved, though. I don't know everything that you guys used to do.
Well, I'm the alpha though, innit? I'm the main
What's
guy.
that, the big G?
I'm the main guy.
But you never had a G-Wagon in year 10 then, though? What made you different? Why were you the big G then?
I don't know. See, I think I've got a very contagious sort of
Cojones.
energy. You know, and when your energy is contagious and when you naturally when you naturally attract people's attention, that's bad because you're going to get a lot of negativity just from that. So I'm not bigging myself up, but I can sit in a meeting and those people will want to meet me again. I've got a knack of attracting people towards me. And when your energy is, when you naturally attract people towards you, the negativity automatically follows. And I've been doing that all my life. I know how to get people's attention. And, you know, I like to look after people as well. So, you know, whoever was around me during school times, college times, whatever time it may be, I have looked after people all.
Is your circle still pretty much the same?
Same thing, yeah. Exactly same, man.
I love that.
My circle ain't changed, man. I don't let people in, man.
And even people here, bro, from when we've been coming from day one, everybody that's here, it's like a big family, bro. Everyone's, and they all speak so highly of you as well. The other week we were waiting for you, and they were getting up a big food order, and they said, Aki will never, ever, ever let any of us go hungry. If the food came into to the office and someone hadn't had food, he'd give them his food because that's what he wants everybody in here. Just as an example, no one never asked any money off any of the employees for food or for lunch. It's on me. Eat boys. Too, man, yeah. Eat boys. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's reflected in your employees, and it's a real family environment. They really look up to you, bro, as well. Do you know what I mean?
You know, these kind of things, if you look at them, I look at them as a blessing because I think today the Lord has blessed me to feed 10 people. Who else is blessed like that on a daily basis, that's able to feed 10 people on a daily basis without being affected financially? It's not easy to do. People can say, but everything costs money. So the Lord has blessed me so much that I'm in that position that I can feed people. And it doesn't affect me. You know what I mean? So it's a big blessing.
Do you invest in property and stuff like that outside of being a lawyer? Like, is there like anything like crypto stocks?
I used to do a bit of crypto here and there. I lost some money on it. I left them. Properties, I do dabble in properties. But my main sort of investment is not in the UK because I do want to leave and everybody wants to retire. I'm sure you want to go back to Greece.
You've got a big plan. I remember seeing
MTV Cribs are going to come over, man.
In Pakistan, is that what you're talking about, right? Do you want to talk about it or not?
Yeah, talk about it, man.
Let's go.
It's a serious yard.
The yard is serious.
No, I wasn't even talking about the house.
You're talking about the venue.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm making a events venue. Hopefully I'll be doing public speaking from there one day, inshallah.
We're going to come and film it, right?
You're going to film it? You're going to definitely Gooms. Sorry, not Goons, Gooms.
Gooms. There you go.
Sorry, man. But you guys are goons. So, one day I want to move, and I'm in the process of building my venue. And once that's done, I think I'm going to call it a day.
Time to pack it up.
Not the firm. The firm can continue without me.
Yeah.
It's just that it's going to go down in terms of what's coming
Can you
in.
still run operations?
I can run my full operation from abroad because everything is gone electronic now. So we can see people in Carlisle from here. So I can see people here when I'm sitting in Pakistan. Video link, no problem. But I know the business will be affected. I'm not going to say it won't. You know, because I've built it, because we've got a sort of, we're not selling a product, we're selling a service, and it's being sold because of me. We have to be honest now. And all the staff know that. They keep mentioning it. They go, when you go, it's gonna suffer. You know that. I go, of course it's gonna suffer. So what? Let it suffer a bit. I'm gonna make up for that. Up there. You know.
So I'm sure though that someone's going to be able to come through and hold it down like you.
Someone needs to do it, man. And the lads here are very capable. They can do it, you know. They can do it. Daniel can do it. Hassan can definitely do it. Akib is another lad. He can definitely do it. Sahil, believe you or not, I'm telling you, he's come a long way.
What, Bottom?
Bottom's come a long way. I'm telling you, it's come a long way because don't forget, he's had no education. There's no education background. He doesn't even get his GCSEs, so he's learning everything on the job.
Yeah.
And I'm teaching him everything as I go along. There's people out there, there's people here that will hopefully hold the fort, man.
You said this before we started actually rolling. You were like, I employ people that are willing to learn and are loyal to me because in the long run, that's going to benefit you and the firm a lot more than going and picking up the guys with the best law degrees in the world from this university, You'd rather have people in-house that are going to be loyal to you, loyal to the firm. And
exactly.
It's more than just a job.
Yeah.
100%. It's more than a job. We're playing with people's lives. And secondly, loyalty is priceless. You can't find loyal people in this day and age. Everybody will be there for their own benefit. So if you've got a loyal person by your side, look after that person. And that's been my sort of agenda from day one. If somebody's loyal, somebody could be, like I said, a top shot lawyer, you know, park up in a Ferrari, being chauffeured in a Rolls Royce. I will pick loyalty over that person all day long. Because
that person is going to be quick to turn their back on you when it benefits them.
Of course. And these people now, they can't say that I didn't. See, everyone who's around me, I'm trying to teach them, trying to get a mindset, trying to make them a mindset, a winner's mindset, although they work for me, although they're employed, I don't want them to have an employee mindset, because once you're in the employee mindset, once you're in that rat race, once you're in that trap, it's hard to get out of it. So I keep telling them, I go, look, get out of the 9 to 5, just get out of it. Even if you're not getting paid for extra, just work. Trust me, just work. You guys are young. Work.
You said it earlier. You said you guys are in a better you're in a much better place than I was. So just looking in perspective ways of what, do you know what I mean? You're already instilling that into your employees. Like, you're in a better position than I was at your age by a mile. So what do you think you could do when you're my age? You're already saying that, as opposed to, let me just keep these guys where they are so they can keep working for me, etc. That's not what you're trying to push.
I don't want that. I would be so happy if these guys just go and do their own things, and then one day they can say, look, we learned from this man.
Yeah.
That's all I want from them. I don't need no money or anything. They don't make me no money.
Yeah.
I'll make them money. I'll give them money. But, I'll make the money myself. That's the thing. As long as they can turn around one day and say to their kids, you know what? It's because of that guy, you know. It's because of that guy.
You get a kick out of that.
Of course I get a kick.
It's nice to be able to give back.
You know, I've got Tabriz working here as my brother-in-law. He used to be a milkman before he joined me. No GCSEs, no nothing. Very successful practitioner now. And he's bought a few properties, you know, he drives a lovely, nice 7 Series. You know, he's doing well in life. Yeah. He was a milkman. He was earning £1,000 a month. I went to his house. He's married to my sister. I went there. And my sister, I think at the time, she wanted some money or borrowed some money off me. I don't know. I think she did borrow some money. And I said to her, look, you need to get him out of that job. He used to work for his brother. You need to get him out. He needs to do his own thing. What can he do? Time to work for me. He doesn't have no qualifications. Oh, I'll get him the qualifications. I'll get him the qualifications. Send him to the office. He came, 2017. Where are we now? 2023. Less than 5 years later, he's well set. He's got a few properties to his name, got a nice car, he can provide for his family. He doesn't need to go and ask someone for money. My sister doesn't need to ask me for money now because her husband provides for her.
Don't you think that's amazing that you could not only give the opportunities to your kids and your employees, but you could see that your sister, the person that she's married with and is going to be the father of your nieces and nephews.
She's only got 4 boys.
Yeah,
nephews.
Yeah. You can give them that opportunity to look. I can open your eyes to more than what you're doing.
Exactly.
Just come and listen to me and just learn from me. And now 5 years on, like you said, your sister is set for life because her partner, and you did that.
Alhamdulillah, man. The Lord did that.
That's amazing, bro.
Through me. The Lord did that through me. He deserved. He's a good kid, man. He's not a kid no more, though.
Obviously, yeah, I'm not discrediting him. He had to put in the work, and if he didn't, he wouldn't be where he is. But you opened that door for him to walk through it.
That's what I'm saying. Opportunities.
Yeah.
If you get an opportunity,
that's amazing.
Take it with both hands. Take it with both, because that opportunity will not come back, man. And the Lord's watching you as well. I've just given this guy an opportunity. He's turned it down. He's just turned it down. And you know what? He'll probably say, look, no more opportunities for you, lad. You stay where you are. You carry on working for somebody. You carry on taking orders from someone. That guy's his own boss, even though he works under me. He comes in whenever he wants, goes when he's got his own caseload. He's gone to prison visit now to see a client on a murder case.
Yeah.
Let me tell you another story. Amazing story. Actually, I'm going to get that guy on a podcast with you. Part 2 will be him in there, please, yeah? So this lad, I represented him for a case, Section 18 case, looking at 7 to 8 years, nasty injuries. At one point I said to him, you know what? You're probably going to get convicted based on the evidence, so it's probably better to just, enter a plea and get some credit for it, because I'm not entering no pleas, I'm going to have a trial. So you have a trial, then no problem. He had his trial. He got found not guilty. And after that, he said, look, I don't know how you managed to do that, but we've done it. I want to get into law. Do you think I'll be able to do it? I go, if anybody can do anything they want to do, if you've thought about something in your head, if the Lord has put a thought in your head, half of the job is already done. You're 50% done. You've already done 50% of the work. The rest 50% is down to what you're going to do now. So I said, of course you can do it. He said, are you going to give me a job if I do that? I said, yes. At that time, I thought, you know what?
He's not going to follow through.
4 years later, I get a phone call. He goes, you remember me, Mr. Yakoob? I go, yeah, of course I remember you. He goes, I want to come see you. He came to see me. Put his degree in my finger in front of me. I said, well done, lad. Well done, lad. And he goes, this is you. It's all you. He said that to me because this is all you,
You offered him a job on the spot or not?
No, he had to still do another course after that.
Oh, right.
The legal practice course. They wasn't letting him in.
So is he still on that now?
No, I'm getting to it. Calm down, man. So he's on the. He couldn't get into the legal practice course, so I had to write a big reference for him and say, look, I'm giving this guy an opportunity, and you're taking the opportunity away from him just because he got arrested for something. He hasn't never even got charged. He never even got convicted. They were just bringing that up anyway. I made representations for him. He got into the course. He passed the course. Then he came back to me. Now, he was at a police station yesterday representing a guy who's been arrested for terrorism. He would have been in prison now. From looking at a prison sentence to representing someone for a terrorism case. Come on, that's a success story right there, man. I'm going to bring him on.
That's so sick.
I'll bring him on to a podcast one day.
That transition as well from, like you said, could have been in prison, and now he's the reason why somebody might not be going to prison.
Somebody got bail on a terrorism case yesterday because of him.
I think, do you know what it is? Like, obviously, hopefully me and Chris, we can be in that position where we're gonna be able to help out the people around us and stuff like that.
You need to, man, because when you help others, then God helps you.
So, to be honest, I'd like to think that we help others in as many ways as possible. Doesn't
no,
financially.
I agree.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I actually do agree with you.
I'm not even saying fun. Like sometimes I get loads of messages, and sometimes people just come into my office not for legal advice, for life advice, and if I give them that, they appreciate it, and that's helping someone.
Yeah, 100%.
You're talking to someone nicely is helping someone. You asking someone how their day was, that's helping somebody.
Yeah.
You know,
Costs nothing, man.
Costs nothing. Be nice to everyone. Be nice to everyone. It don't cost nothing, and it's gonna come back tenfold. Trust me.
Yeah.
I'll give a lot of charity as well. I'll try to anyway.
I love that.
I think it's time to wrap up. To be honest with you, I think we've covered a lot of amazing stuff, and we're definitely going to get you back on for part 2, part 3, part 4.
Episode 2 is going to be done in the Pakistan Palace, right?
Episode 3.
Episode 3.
Yeah, wait. When do you want to go?
Aki's taking us to Pakistan, guys, by the way. Just
for a holiday?
No. Just
go, as in go.
When do you actually want to go?
End of next year.
So
Gooms probably be on 1 million subscribers by then.
Hopefully Aki's going to be on 2 mil by then.
Hopefully I'll probably be on 2 million. I need a bit of income as well, don't I?
He said he weren't about the money earlier. What?
I'm joking. To Pakistan, I'm retired. I don't mind making a little
quickly
shilling here and there.
I wanted to ask you if me or Chris came knocking on your door and we're like, right, we want to pursue a career in law. We need you to teach us.
I fucking encourage you guys.
No, would you take us on though?
Of course, I'll take you on.
What if I come and take Bottom's job at the front?
You could take. Then that will be upgrade for him. Then, isn't it? I'll upgrade him. I'll never kick him out.
Nah, you can't do that to Sahil. He's your guy.
Nah, he's a good
Sahil's
boy,
my guy. Sahil's my guy, you know.
Shout out Bottom Sahil.
Just one more thing before we actually go. I just wanted to ask as well. One piece of advice that you'd give to anybody that's pursuing a career in law. What would you actually say to them?
In law, read quite a lot. Time management is important, you know, because we charge by the minute. I have my slots, because yesterday somebody seen my story, and this morning they messaged, I was in Wandsworth in London, they messaged me and they said, you was only 5 minutes away from me, how come you didn't come and say hello or had a meal? My response was, sorry brother, I plan my days to 15-minute slots, so I only have 15 minutes spare so I can pray or I can have a quick sandwich. Other than that, I don't have the time, because if I come and see you, that's going to take an hour. Then my next meeting's gone. Then I'm going to get home late. Then I'll get out of bed late. Then my next day is finished. So time management is important. Keep on top of what you're doing. Mm-hmm. Like I say all the time, run the day. Don't let the day run you. Yeah. Time everything, and don't let anybody, you know, sidetrack you from the day. You know, learn to say no to people as well. This is life. This is not even legal law. But learn to say no to people.
I think it is an important skill.
You don't have to say yes to everything or everyone.
A lot of people have FOMO, a fear of missing out on something, where sometimes you need to stay home or you need to stay at the office for that extra hour.
Just to do with stuff like that. It's if someone asks something of you and you just say no to them.
Say no, yeah. Say no.
If it's something that you don't want to do, because once you agree to something and then if you say no on a later date, it makes you look like a bad person.
Yeah, you lose credibility, yeah. So learn to say no. It's okay to say no.
Amazing, man. Right, so let's wrap up. Do you want to plug your socials?
Yeah, plug my socials, Akhmed Yakoob, Instagram, TikTok, Akhmed Yakoob.
YouTube, run the YouTube up, man.
Yeah.
YouTube, run it up. And before I go, I need to say something. Always remember, there's a defense for every offense.
Man like Aki.
On that note, guys, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, show us some love. Peace!